Have you considered the question, when is the best time to do a Roth conversion? If you don't know the answer, that's why I'm going to ask financial advisor Gaëtan Policard. He's the founder of DreamCap Financial. Gaëtan, how you doing?
Thank you, Skype. Thank you for having me. Doing great. How about yourself?
I am good because I feel like I'm going to learn something here. First of all, I might need a little bit of background help on the Roth conversion. What exactly is it?
That's a great question. So the Roth conversion really is the process of converting an IRA account into a Roth account. So I'm going to explain a little further something that sometimes people are still confused. We know, but we don't do it on a regular basis. So we tend to forget. So the IRA are accounts that you haven't paid taxes yet on, like that. Those are your 401ks. And going back 4.5 decades now, most of our people have a retirement account that's tax deferred. So eventually you will have to pay the taxes on those accounts.
Right.
Whereas a Roth account, you don't get the tax benefits today, but when it comes time to withdraw those funds, then you won't have those tax implications on those accounts. So it's the process of converting the IRA into a Roth IRA.
Okay, so Roth, if I'm using a Roth, I have to pay my taxes this year on all of it. So let's say it's $100,000, okay? Making $100,000, rather than being able to subtract whatever I put into that 401k, if I put it into a Roth 401k, I pay taxes on it.
Correct.
But I get the growth on that, and I get to bring everything out tax-free down the road.
Exactly.
A couple of things that stick to mind to me already is that I guess that doesn't count against my Social Security if it's tax-free money?
That does not, no, that doesn't impact your Social Security. And as you said, we'll use the same example, 100,000, just to put it in perspective for some people. So if you have $100,000 in your 401k account or a traditional IRA, and you need to make that a withdrawal in retirement, let's say you were buying a new home, and you would have about $80,000 because you'll have to pay about 20 or even more depending on your tax bracket. Whereas if that money, those funds, if they were sitting on a Roth account, you would have the full $100,000 because you don't have to pay Uncle Sam.
Right.
Yeah.
And as you said, it's kind of what we've been doing in our country for 4.5 decades. When the 401k loophole was found in the tax code in 1978, and we started moving away from pensions because we stopped working for companies for long periods of time, we've been saving tax deferred. Now, the thing is, Gaëtan, back in the 70s, late 70s, tax rates were much higher than where they were. Right. So this was a pretty good carrot to chase after. Where are tax rates today?
So our tax rates are actually some of the all-time lows that we've seen. We're not anticipating they're going to change. Most people, if you speak to most experts, or even the average Joe, they think taxes will go up eventually. So now it's still a good time to take advantage, because if we talk about the deficit of the country as well, so the main source of revenue for the country is taxes. So at some point, we're going to have to get some tax increase, at least that's what's believed. So now is a good time to do the Roth conversions because we're at all-time lows in terms of taxes.
So doing the conversion means we've got to take the money out, we got to pay the taxes on it of what we would owe. Are there optimal times, or how exactly do you do it all at once? When are some good times?
Very good question. Actually, I had a little YouTube short about that recently. So the Roth conversion, usually we will want to do, there's two triggers I personally like to look for. So the first one is when the market is down. Why? Because when the market is down, your account balance is down. So we'll use the same $100,000. Let's say we had a bad year like a couple of years ago. Now we have $75,000 because it went down 25. So now we're going to pay taxes on a lesser amount. And then when the account recovers, it's going to recover tax-free. And all that recovery will be tax-free. Another trigger we like to use is when you have a bad income year. So if you're a business owner, maybe the business had a bad year, or maybe you were in between jobs. So that means you're going to be at a lower tax bracket. So we'll pay less taxes to do the conversion.
Right.
And then after that, we won't have to worry about taxes anymore.
Right. Now, and as a financial advisor, you don't mind reviewing people's tax situation like this?
Absolutely not. That's a big part of our financial plan. Taxes is the number one expense that most people
wow.
Yeah.
In retirement, number one expense is taxes?
Overall, we pay sales tax, we pay income taxes, we pay taxes when we earn and then when we spend. So it's definitely something we take in consideration when doing our plan. Yes.
Thank you, Gaëtan, very much. Holistic financial planning should also include a tax strategy. Yep. So when should you do a Roth conversion? Well, first I would say when you sit down with a financial advisor who does holistic planning and can actually review that tax situation for you. So before you do a Roth conversion, sit down with somebody who's doing tax forward planning. You can speak with Gaëtan Policard, financial advisor and the founder of DreamCap Financial. Call the phone number, 888-DREAM-08.